Morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. All right, let's get into it. Real quick reminder, this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, Courtney and I will have a booth set up at the Sportsman's Days at Carpenter's Brook Fish Hatchery out in Elbridge. Come on out. There's going to be a ton of great stuff for everybody. So, this is one of those events you can bring your kids, you can bring your family if you want. There's going to be great stuff there going on, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to go get the booth figured out. I don't think it's going to be too terribly fancy, but get that figured out here today and tomorrow, and I'll be out there Saturday morning bright and early. Set up. Starts it's 11 to 5 both days. So come on out. I can't wait to meet everybody. On to the fishing. Left the dock this morning a little after 5:30, pitch black. 62 degree air temperature. Surface temp out here on the lake right now is 68 even. I'm down on the North Shore, almost to Constantia, fishing along this big drop off, and I haven't fished here much this year. This was one of my favorite spots a couple years ago, and I've got a great picture in here. I'm regraphing this. I'm regraphing this drop off, and come to find out, it's not just a perfectly straight, like this. I found two different nubs, let's call them. So it's going like this, and so the drop off is at an angle. It's going like this, and all of a sudden it goes whoa, and it comes back. And I had fish on both those anomalies on that drop off. And I had real good marks, and I marked everything. I graphed it and marked everything. Then I went back upwind and I started fishing it. I got bit right away, and I got bit consistently all morning long. All of them but one was a perch. And again, I had a mix of perch of year class from 3 to 4 inchers all the way up to 10s and 11s. Now today I had more big ones. I had more 9+. I had probably a dozen 9+ inchers. So if I was keeping them, I'd have had considering I wasn't perch fishing and I was aggressively and very fast snapping that moonshine jigging wrap, and they just wouldn't leave it alone. I probably hole in one 4 or 5 today that threw it out, hits bottom. I take a sip of coffee. By the time I reel tight and start my jig, there's already something on it. And most all of these perch are just engulfing that bottom treble on that moonshine. There's no nose hook on it, but far and away the majority of these fish are hitting that bottom treble. So I don't know, been thinking about maybe taking one of those VMC bladed trebles and putting it on there just to see if it would make it irresistible, or I don't know. You never know till you try. And I am constantly I love to tinker with stuff. I'll put up pictures here later this morning. I caught something in the river the other day. Speaking of tinkering, I caught something in the river the other day that I'd never seen before. And it almost looked like a trout. It was about 4 inches long, 4.5 inches long, but it was really crazy barring on it. Vertical on the, the fish is horizontal and the barring was vertically. I never seen anything like it. So I sent a picture of it over to Jake at Cornell, and he sent me a couple different things, and then last night he sent me the official word from the biologist that it was a log perch. Mike Urema and I talked about this one day, and he talked about these things. He goes, I've heard of them, but I've never seen one, and this is what they're supposed to look like. So I sent Mike a picture of the silver blade I doctored up to look like it, and then the actual fish. So I'll put that up when I get done with this. I'll put it on Instagram and Facebook so you guys can check it out. Again, the perch wouldn't leave me alone, and it was right at the very end, about my third to last cast of the day. I stuck a real nice walleye, about 18 and a half. Oh boy, fat, plump. I mean, big shoulders, big chest on it. That's the first decent walleye I've had in 2 days. So, you know, we'll see. But so that was my story for the morning. I threw a lot of stuff at him. I threw blades at him. The silver one that I doctored, a purple with chartreuse dot, and Homie the Clown. All three of them got bit, but they were all perch. Then I threw the glow goby for quite a while, that glow goby moonshine, and it got bit almost every cast, all perch. So then I switched over right at the end. I snap jigged some plastics off the bottom. They didn't get bit at all. Nobody wanted plastic today. And so then my last lure change, I put that purple chartreuse belly moonshine that I used earlier in the season a lot. I put that on and it got bit, and that's what took that big walleye. And he whooped it. So that's my story, boys and girls, and I'm sticking to it. So that's it for today. Beautiful day out here. Got a I don't want to say stiff, but it's a southwest wind. There's whitecaps out here. It's probably blowing 8 to 10, 8 to 12, 8 to 10. You know, perfect drift. Beautiful morning. You know, it's not too cold. So, great day to be on the water and go fishing. If you get a chance to go fishing today, I hope you take it. If you don't, well, weekend's right around the corner. We can see it from here. So, thanks everybody for watching. Put a new video up last night, yesterday afternoon. Go check it out. It's really pretty cool. It's a morning that I had the big smallies over here on a topwater bite. It's a day that Don and I were fishing in the pouring rain, and then it's the day that Don and John and I went up to the St. Lawrence and we got those 3 big walleyes. So please check that out. Give it a little bit of love. There's some cool stuff, especially at the end. So watch all the way through, and I will see everybody tomorrow morning. Don't know where I'll be. Got an idea. I might be on the Salmon River tomorrow. We'll see. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Keep your tip up.